info section starts in 30 minutes time. Then submit all your presentations to the caretaker. Someone is coming to pick it up. Am I clear?
Yes.
No, there's no time.
No, no, let go. Please.
No time later.
Finish up. Wrap up.
All right, welcome back. It's the Tatafo session. And with me is busy lady who happens to be the caretaker of the house. How does it feel?
I'm actually excited.
Okay.
I'm honored.
Honored, that's the word. Honored. Yeah. Tell me a bit about yourself.
I can't really say much, but I
Don't
know.
say much. Make it brief.
I believe I'm somebody that is fun to be with. And I also vibe with everything in this house here that is happening here in this house. I'll vibe with it.
I thought there were people in the house.
People, including people in general.
So are your fellow Hued reps, are they being cooperative?
Well, it's not actually easy to control 21 people.
Yeah.
It has been challenging, and it's our first week.
Exactly.
But as time goes on,
It will get
surely
easier.
blend.
Is there someone you think is likely to displace you?
I feel, there is. I think it's only, I have two people, and they are both ladies.
Wow. Tell me.
I have Omeche, and I have Quenifa.
Who?
Those are
Quenifa.
Those are the two people I feel like they are really focused.
Yeah, and those are the two people you see as competition. I see. You don't dislike them, do you?
No.
You don't?
Quenifa is my, she's always welcome to my luxury room. She was the one I chose. So,
I see.
at the end of the day, it's a game.
It's a game. Somebody has to go with the money, so we have to play this game and play it right. Yeah? Is there someone that gets on your nerves?
On my nerves.
Like someone that's pissing you off, so we're human beings. Slowly but surely, this person is getting on your nerves. And you're trying to control it. Like, is there someone? Someone you think is silly?
For now, no.
No, for now.
I'm good with everybody.
That's fine. I'm cool with you too. It's nice talking to you. All right, enjoy your time in the luxury room.
I can't wait to go back there again.
That's fine. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Peace out.
Nice to meet you, man. I'm good. I'm chill. Okay, design is from Delta State, representing Warri. Yes, and I'm a musician. We're not carry last now. Original people.
Okay. So, Ife King seems to have a problem with you and almost every other person in the house. What's up with that?
Okay, Ife King, she's a free-spirited person, but a drama person, And she's this kind of person with no sense. She not care how you dey feel. She won't just dish out to you. And mine, the kind of small problem we get is she had some little alcohol and she was a little bit,
She was tipsy.
over happy. Let me put it that way.
She was tipsy.
So she threw up on the side of my bed, and they came to meet me and tell me, man, if you're king, she threw up on your bed. But I felt that was nothing big, so I said, okay, just take the spread out and just clean it up. And they did that. So when she woke up the next morning, I even was trying, hey babe, how far are you feeling good? She said yes. Okay, good. Then in the evening I said, okay, if I can, you have to lay my bed because you were the one that messed it up. So I'm just being cool. And she was like, no, she's not gonna lay.
Is it possible that you both kind of like each other? It happens sometimes. When you like someone, you go first the form.
You first the form, like no, but
so what's it for
I think
you?
that chemistry
Because
is
you already
not,
said she's cool.
no, she's not. I just like her because she's just free, But that chemistry is not there.
Okay. All right, it's nice to have you here. Good luck.
Thank
as
you.
we continue.
All right, nice meeting.
Nice. Welcome back, guys. It's still the Tata 4 Diary session. And here with me is Caroline.
Good
How
afternoon.
are you?
I'm very fine,
I like
thank
your
you.
braces.
Thank you. Thank you so
Tell me a
much.
bit about yourself.
My name is Caroline Wonkonkor. I am an actor, media personality, and a creative.
Amazing.
Thank you.
How's it been in the house so far?
It's been a roller coaster of emotions. Yeah.
When you heard you were being evicted, how did that feel?
Okay, I felt sad, but then I just knew that I had to be strong about it. So
And when you found out it was a prank?
there was this relief. There was just this feeling of thank God. Thank God.
But is there someone that poses a threat to you? Like someone you think has their A game on? This is the person to watch out for.
I would say Bowman.
Who?
Bowman.
Oh, Bowman.
Yes.
Bowman. So he's your competition, so to speak.
Yes, he's someone I would definitely look out for. And
So far in the house, are you settled in? Are you, well, after
No.
the eviction scare,
yeah,
are you comfortable?
I'm not. I'm not
You're
comfortable.
on the edge.
Yeah.
How so?
Because I'm always expecting what's next. What's
That's what
next?
the game is about.
Yeah. So I don't think I'm ever comfortable. I don't think I would get comfortable till I get to that point where
Right.
I can't be comfortable.
I have Ifedini here with me.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening, sir. Are you settled in the house? Are you comfortable?
A bit comfortable, but today I feel disconnected.
From?
Mistakenly broke one of the frame of one of the hood rep. Though I went to her straightforward and told her, see what happened. But she's upset about that. To a point, I want to replace her own with my own frame. But other hood rep wouldn't allow that to happen. So and I'm pleaded, but to a point, I'm okay in the house.
Other than today?
Yeah.
So breaking this frame startled you a little bit.
Yes.
It shook you up.
Yes.
I heard you had fun last night at the party.
Yes.
In fact, I heard that you and Fuck Kelly put up quite a show.
Not only her, it's quite fun, quite interesting.
Oh, not only her.
Yes.
So you had fun with
Almost all the girls in the hood.
you, more or less were misbehaving.
No.
That was not misbehavior to you.
No, there is no form of misbehavior. Yeah. I wasn't drunk.
So the hood reps, all the hood reps are lying against you. That's what it is.
Well, it's a game. Everybody have their own strategy.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you fit hook up anything to make sure
Just to
you
make sure the other person is
Yes.
what you mean. Right. Let's see what happens as we go on.
Say no more. All forms of premium African movies, classics, comedy specials, originals, TV series, and more just got to your doorsteps. Catch those nostalgic moments of melancholy.
What did I ever do to you, Kemi? Tell me. So I can apologize to you, I can make amends, I can make this work.
The aggression.
Haven't I told you not to touch my phone again? What is going on?
Even in hot romance. Not excluding hilarious yet captivating comical moments that will keep you glued to your screen.
I will slap you.
Download the Nevada Breach TV app from your Google Play Store or your App Store to get all those movies and more. Golden opportunities are rare to find. Only smart ones take advantage of them, like they say.
Everything happens here first.
Act fast, act smart. Get Nevada Breach TV app now.
What are your thoughts about sexual activity rules? I understand there's a rule that says no sex.
I mean, from what I understand, it's not a rule. It's just if you do it to, you will lose X, Y, Z. So, in my own opinion, I think they're trying to egg people on. They're trying to put it at your foremind that, do this, do that. Because I noticed from the moment they put that thing on, conversations about sex and all of that started becoming more in tune with everybody. But in my own opinion, I think they're trying to tell people to do stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
But I just told you if you do stuff, you get punished for it.
How much? I did the math already. Each person, like from what I did, is it's like 20K.
If you do it.
Exactly.
So
if you do the math,
you'd rather do it and lose 20K each time.
People lose 20K for dumber things.
Jenny Sims or Caroline?
Jenny Sims.
Don't think about it. That's what
I already answered you.
Jenny Sims.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, so tell me, what's up with that?
She's a cool person. I feel like the thing about Jenny Sims is like me in the opposite sex. When I be thinking about shit, she's on that wavelength too. Half the time if I see something funny, when I look at her, she's like, she already gets it. So that's like my person. Just
so
like
you really vibe, both of you.
We really do.
Nothing more than that.
No. I feel like nobody's believing me.
I don't actually.
Am I giving off the wrong energy? Have you been watching?
Yes, I have.
And I've been giving you the wrong energy
It's
on that.
not wrong. There's nothing wrong with
No, when I say wrong, I mean like what I'm saying and like what you're saying, are they different?
Time will tell. Don't worry.
It's time. We got weeks. We got 9 more weeks.
You know what I
mean?
9 more weeks. Time will tell.
9 more
but
weeks.
it's okay. Be you. Do you.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? How did you feel about the no sex rule?
The day it was announced, it was funny because I don't know how we are going to obey that rule though, based on the people I saw in the house.
I don't understand. Why do you think you're not going to be able to make this rule?
Based on the people in the house, I look around.
Are you speaking for yourself or for the people in the house?
Me, I can't.
As a good boy that you is.
Yeah, and all
Oh, well, they didn't say do not. They say if you do, there's a fine to it.
Yes, that's actually why I have the audacity to say that I don't think we would.
So if you like someone enough, it's okay. 20K, small.
No, nobody should touch our money.
No, they're not going to touch your money if you don't touch somebody.
That's actually the way we threaten each other. What are you doing here? What are you doing under that duty? Don't touch our money. So yeah.
Okay, that's great. So moving on.
I don't think they should.
What do you think is difficult to stay celibate for just 72 days or so?
It's not difficult.
It's not a long time, is it?
Difficult. For me, it's not difficult.
For you?
Yeah.
So why are you being a good boy? Is there someone out there?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, is there someone in there that is a potential? Be honest. Come on now, all those fine babes.
They're actually fine, but I don't know. Time will tell. Time will tell. When time comes, I'll tell you.
Okay, that's great. That's beautiful. So tell me, what's up with you and Ifedili?
Ifedili?
Yes.
Of all names, Ifedili.
Oh, well, yeah. There's been talks about last night.
You see that last night thing?
Being the youngest, you had the most fun.
Yes, that's number one. Then number two, that last night, I really prayed to God. I was saying, God, like even to an extent, I had to go on my knees. I was like, God, don't allow us to lose our money.
Huh?
Yes, because we have.
How are you going to lose your money? Hold on.
No, not me. Like others, the activities going on. Yes, and it's against the rules. You cannot kiss. No sexual harassment.
Well, you cannot, and if you do, you lose money. That's all.
Yeah, like about 30%.
Well, you can like someone enough to lose $20. I mean, 20,000.
That 20% is very important.
20% of the money.
Or 10, 30, whatever percent.
It is.
But I don't need anything like love at all.
So, well, speak for yourself. Why are you worried for other people?
That because I know myself.
Yeah. You know yourself that much. You don't think there's someone in that house?
Nobody. I told them, like I made it very clear to them that my spec is not in this house.
Are you for real?
Yeah, my spec is not in this house. I
This spec, you draw the spec by yourself. I mean,
capital letter.
So there's no one in that.
There's nobody there.
So do you think the rule should be abolished?
No.
They should keep the rule.
They should keep it.
Well, you're a bubbly person. Let's see how it goes. What do you think about that no sex rule?
I think everyone has been sort of careful, because I think normally if that wasn't there...
Is it hard to keep to the rule?
Not for me though, because I've not been in a relationship in a long time. Sometimes I can go months without sex. So it's not new to me.
Sheko Sisha.
Go see you.
Like everything okay?
All time you look far.
Okay, so you don't want to be messing around when you can really live up to the bills.
Exactly. Like
I
I'd
get
rather
you.
just invest my money and time in things
Into
that
something.
develop my myself.
Yourself and your
Yeah.
talent.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a very good one. Very good.
Yeah.
But you think the rule should be abolished, though?
Obviously, because
Why?
I think a lot of people are not being their true selves. You know, everybody's being.
Oh, hold on now. Are you saying that people should do to show them their real selves?
No, but I'm just saying, like, if you want to do. If you don't want to do, no do.
Abby?
You know, well, now that you're saying no do, a lot of people are being very careful.
People are being restricted.
Yeah, restricted, exactly.
People should be allowed to express themselves.
And
lose money.
Well, see, if you do, you don't do. Now you know. Because at the end of the day, if you think about it, some people might end up saying they're not going to do, and then somebody else is going to do, and money will still calm down. So
I see. Did you have fun at the party?
It was one of my best nights since I've gotten in here.
It was nice.
It was.
Someone else said the night was lit.
It really was.
So is there someone, the guys,
who is catching my eye?
You know what I mean? who they enter your eye?
I mean, I know a couple of them like fancy me, but I don't know. I mean, for now, I'm just chilled. They catch my vibes.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because of someone.
I mean,
one out of all of them.
So truthfully, I really like Ogidi, but physically, he's not even my spec. So I don't know why I like him. He's light-skinned.
That's a conflict.
Yeah.
You like him.
Yes, but he's not my spec. So I don't know. I'm looking. I'm like, why do I like this person?
Why did I like you? But it's only Ogidi that's entering your eye for now.
No.
There are some other ones.
Like I said, it's not entering my eye. It's kind of entering my heart. Not my eye.
Okay, that's past your eye. It's entering your
You don't even go to my eye. You just go straight to the heart.
I like that. Okay, let's see what happens as the days unfold. I'll ask you quick questions.
Okay.
So, there's no sex rules.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable with it?
Very comfortable. I did straight. I'm all right. But I'm not comfortable with the fact that we cannot help ourselves.
I don't understand.
Without being penalized.
When you say help yourselves,
I bring my toys come now, so I've been dating say I go there.
Now that's my girl. You bring
my toys with S.
Oh. Okay, is it part of the rule? You can't use toys as well.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
Or else you lose
some money.
And you don't want to lose this money.
For now, I'm holding on, but I don't know
how long you might be able to hold on.
Yeah.
I see.
Say no more. All forms of premium African movies, classics, comedy specials, originals, TV series and more just got to your doorsteps. Catch those nostalgic moments of melancholy.
What did I ever do to you, Kemi? Tell me. So I can apologize to you, I can make amends, I can make this work.
The aggression.
Haven't I told you not to touch my phone again? What is going on?
Even in hot romance. Not excluding hilarious yet captivating comical moments that will keep you glued to your screen.
I'll slap you.
Slap me now!
Download the Nevada Breach TV app from your Google Play Store or your App Store to get all those movies and more. Golden opportunities are rare to find. Only smart ones take advantage of them, like they say.
Everything happens here first.
Act fast, act smart. Get Nevada Breach TV app now.
They have come to collect their work. Hood reps.
Who never submit, so?
Hello, Hood reps.
Hello, Superintendent.
It's time for you to submit your paintings.
Okay.
Now.
Bossman. Submit.
Someone broke my frame and I wouldn't take it lightly. I won't take it because I already have the idea of how I want to present my frame. And they're telling me not to react because someone ruined my frame. Turn it.
Hey.
The count of 5. If you don't have your artwork, I'm out of here.
Submit your artwork now.
1,
Submit.
2,
Who never
3,
submit?
4, 5.
Thank you.
Caretaker.
Yes,
Get me those
bossman.
things and all of these things.
Anybody here when I talk to Ifedili?
I wasn't there.
Nobody here. I said, see, okay, let's look for how to fix it. I can't submit it like that. He said, okay, he left. Who no get problem? Start carrying matter, they explain. All this talk, one with the talk. So if I didn't talk anything, he mention anything.
He was feeling bad. The guy is feeling bad.
He was looking for how to even solve it. They carry matter for, not be David and they get to. They say, me, I respect myself. Nobody be adult. Nobody be picking.
I heard the part where he said,
was like, if
everybody be outdoors, say,
I say if you spend
I thought that was you shouldn't have said that. Because she had the right to react. And the fact that he's saying we are all adults, if then break your thing, go tell person pay. No, I felt like no. No, even left for that, it wasn't that statement at that moment. It was not needed actually.
Go talk to that.
Hood reps. Your first weekly task presentation, Hood Up Your Zone, will be presented by your fellow Hood rep. I think, for example, Lotto 64 banks. You will be judged based on presentation skills, artworks, and symbolism. Each of you will be given a score sheet to judge your fellow Hood rep as they present. In other words, you are your own judges, so judge objectively. Good luck, your landlord. Total score is over 10. No go score person over 20. Over 10.
Over to you, Lotto.
Anything you are scoring anybody is over 10. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Mr. Bowman.
Hello, fellow Hood reps. My name is Bowman Bognet. I am from Kaduna State. The Hood I represent is Sabon Tasha. This means friend. You guys think Aboki is like an insult or something, but it means friend. Aboki is your friend. And Malam means teacher. So every time you call someone a Malam, you're not insulting him, you're telling him he's your teacher. This is the reason why my hood is called Sabon Tasha. This is a train station. Because of this train station, Sabon Tasha means new station. This is me, actually. Does it look like me?
Yes. You look alike.
Great. Colors need to be on it because we're beautiful people and colorful people. This is the roundabout. It's called Stadium Roundabout. We have a big stadium in Kaduna State. And this is a very remarkable place in my state. So, wherever you come to Kaduna, you cannot miss it, especially when you're going up to the town, up north or down south or wherever you're going to. It's a very prominent place in my hood, and it is so important. That's why I put it on this my canvas. I get that the gun scared you initially when you saw it because you're wondering, what's up? This guy is from the north. There's a gun on his canvas. Are you one of them? This is just represent the military. This is the map of my state. It was going to be all over it, but I thought to put it up here. Now my people are farmers. We are good farmers. We have food. Our food is cheap and affordable. Maize, beans, whatever it is you put in the soil, it's going to germinate. Ginger. Lots of things are good in Sabon Tasha and in my hood. I am sure some of you want to come to my hood. A few persons have told me, hey, I would like to come to your hood and see what's happening in your hood. That's fine. After the show, after this presentation, we'll talk more about how we can make that happen. So, thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you like my artwork. I am not a good painter, but I did this, and I'm proud. So,
hi, everybody. My name is number 1 busy lady. Welcome to my hood. Mokola, Ibadan, to be precise. So, this is my hood in general. Right here is our roundabout, Mokola roundabout. This is our main road. Anyways, this is a road leading to Dugbe.
This is our road that leads to our market. Tamerin, Oje, Bere. You understand? Where you get your tomatoes, your beverages, anything you want. This is the road leading to UCH. While this one is leading to Sango in Ibadan. Sango, you see Sango, Ojo, Monia, enter, take your place. You go like this. While this is the road leading to Asabo, where our Northerners are based. Let's move it. This is our overhead bridge covering that roundabout. You have your cars moving. These are our special makers. That's what we call them in Ibadan. This is our colors. Pace setter, we the pace setter group. We have our brown and cream. I'm not good with colors. We have our special cars. You can pick your choice. Now, my hood. Why I left this year is just that from Mokola, if you are facing Mokola like this, you are facing the road leading to our cultural center. Just go straight to the last place. You see our cultural center. By your right. This is our cultural center gate. If you enter Mokola like this, you go there. This is our big gen. If you want to draw that gen, it's not your regular gen like this. So you have to turn and turn and turn and turn till it peaks. The smoke will just be going. Just know that you are in a printing press organization. That's why I included our generator. Welcome to my hood once again. I remain your number one busy lady.
Naija would rep when? Yeah! Ekenekwa Munu. This art piece here, I titled it Akweze to the World. I now employ the techniques called impasto and the stylize to make this artwork. Why? Picasso is the founder of what we call cubism, which is using basic shapes to make artwork. As you can see, you will see some of the symbol coming out there. Now, I try to portray the image of the Naija at Onitsha, which is one popular thing Anambra State is known for, and that is where the Akweze, the hood I rep, is located. At this art piece, I try now to use symbolism to portray important elements Akweze is known for. One is what we call Nzu, and Nzu is white chalk. What it symbolizes is peace. Akweze is a small community because we don't war. We did not engage other communities that have taken our land. We have the red cap, just like the one I'm putting on. It's a symbol of Nzenozo title. That is one of long-standing tradition in Akweze, generally in Igbo land. In Anambra State, we have Uri symbol, which is ancient pattern of drawing ornaments, or especially on woman's body. They use it to decorate our body. That's why I'm having problem in present tattoo in the country. Why not we adapt our indigenous symbol on the body? So that's why I put the symbol. Likewise, Akweze welcome everybody to their society. Blue stand for the love. Ibu. Akweze ekene munu, Naija uru ekene munu.
Okonkwo is my great-great-grandfather. And then there were issues with lands. People killed themselves out of jealousy just to take over someone's land. But Okonkwo came in. When he stepped in, Okonkwo means obituary, where they settle disputes. So Okonkwo came into the land. Whenever maybe two brothers or relations are having issues over land, Okonkwo is always there to settle that dispute. Here you can see people dancing. You know, there is this trumpet, rather not trumpet, there's this, what do they call it? There's this flute that he tends to blow, you know, and then everyone gathers when there is an issue that has to actually do with land. So Okonkwo was always there. So he made people happy. He was always there to settle disputes, especially when it comes to lands and issues in the village. Okonko always settled issues in my village. So that's why I have this artwork, and that is why I decided to tell this story and do something about Okonko. Thank you.
Next is Lotto 64 Banks, and that's me. All right, good evening, Hall. This is my representation of my hood. I'm Lotto 64 Banks, and I'm representing Saleko, as you can already see. So if you look at this, this is a depiction of the three wise men, which is a representation of Lagos State. Even though these are three men, it also represents the masquerade, the Lagos masquerade, called Eyo. Eyo is the biggest masquerade in Lagos and very popular. Tobadeko Olemeyo. They always put on white overalls with white hats and a very white long stick. Oftentimes when the festival kicks off, it usually kicks off from Isale Eko, because that is where the Oba of Lagos is. That is where the Eletu Odibo, which is the kingmaker, lives. Isale Eko is the most integral part of Lagos State. It is very important because a lot of decisions that has to do with Lagos State is made in Isale Eko. I think that's all I need to share with you for now. So I'd like for you to score me and tell me what you think about my artwork. Thank you very much. So next is Ramsey.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry my voice is not the best, but I'm going to try my best to explain to you what I'm trying to do, and I'm representing the Ikorodu. We'll start from here. We're starting from the road. Ikorodu is one of the latest places that we recently just walked on the road, worked on our, transport system. So like the whole scheme of BRT buses and the road is something they recently did. That is one of the reasons why I chose this very dark color to do our road. I mean, I know we have a lot of bad roads in Nigeria and in Lagos, but the road to Ikorodu is one of the best. That is the reason why I chose this. And also the green symbolizes the planting of a lot of trees along your way as you're going to Ikorodu. This circular thing here symbolizes a roundabout because once you get to Ikorodu, a lot of time when people are coming to my house, they always make a mistake to go all the way to the center of Ikorodu, which is Garage, and that is where the roundabout is. Now, instead of doing just a simple roundabout, what I chose to do was find a way to make this roundabout all about togetherness. The reason why my roundabout is like this is because all the major things that matter to me in Ikorodu are here. Now, over here is a boat. The reason why I put this boat here is because one of the first things I started to take a lot of was the boat to the island when I'm going for events, parties, or when I'm hosting things. So this boat was a major part in the way I move and everywhere I go. I chose yellow and gray because most of those boats, what you see are yellow and gray. You see a lot of yellow because they patched a lot of the sides of the boat with this type of weird yellow painting. That's why it ends up being yellow. I put the blue and black here because a long time ago when I was very young, I was taken to the dam. There's a dam in Ikorodu, Egbin Power Plant, that's the name. Egbin Power Plant, I wasn't able to see much of it because I was really young, but I remember the major colors I saw at the gate were black and blue. A lot of Ikorodu is covered by water, hence why the dam is here and the water is in the middle. Now, right on top here is what I used to symbolize the port terminal. In essence, everything I tried to do here was put in the middle of Ikorodu, just like the roundabout, to show you the major and important things to me and why Ikorodu is so important to me. Thank you.
And I'm repping Chanchaga in Naija State. What I'm wearing is the definition of what the everyday lives of youths there look like. This is the last exit out of Chanchaga. Last thing you will see when you're leaving Chanchaga, which is Mina City Gate. Now every day, youths wake up with dreams and aspirations of becoming something better. And they go into town, to also to look for a way to make life become better. A couple of days back when we watched our old videos and mine was shown, a lot of you laughed. But the truth is, that's how it is. This is not a pity talk, but the hopes and dreams and aspirations of these people every day reignites as they wake up to look for something to do and become better. Most of them want to leave, but most of them are still really there, trying to survive. So the last thing you're seeing when you're leaving Chanchaga, with lots of thoughts in your mind, not knowing what next will happen, whether you're going to come back home or whether you're not going to come back home, is you inside that keke or on a bike or in that bus, looking up at the sky, birds flying over that city gate, with thoughts running through your mind. You just know, say one day, it go really better. That's why I picked this. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Anyao, that means welcome in Idoma, where I'm from. We are known as the food basket of the nation. As you can see here, the colors represented here are the three major tribes from where I'm from. This, the blue and black, Igede. This, Nigeria. This, Idoma. And the black and white is Steve. Now, we are very hospitable people. If you come to Benue State, there is food, there are fruits. You go chop tire. That is why we are called the food basket of the nation. Also, we are the great farmers of Nigeria. Now, moving on to this artwork here. This is a childhood memory. This is my mom and my uncle Christopher. They are pounding yam. Now, Benue people are known for pounded yam. You cannot come to my state and not chop pounded yam. So this is what they are pounding. On the fire here, the three-legged pot is our local soup, Okoho soup. And then here, you can see me and two of my cousins listening to stories from my late grandmother, God bless her. So, under the mango tree near our house in the village. This mango tree, anywhere you go, Benue, you go see mango. Mango is free. It's not free like that, but it's cheap. You can go to your neighbor and pluck mango. It's very, very, in fact, let me just say it's almost free. So we're under the tree listening to stories from my grandmother. So this is literally what we mean, and then also a childhood memory from my hood. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. Barka Zua, welcome back. So today I'm going to take you guys through my artwork and my presentation. So my name is Janice Sims, and I'm representing my hood, which is the Federal Locust Housing Estate in Maiduguri, Borno State. So basically, here on the top, you see I wrote Home of Peace. So Maiduguri, Borno State, the slogan is basically Home of Peace. So that is why I have that up here. And I use the color blue because the color blue is cool, calm, and symbolizes peace, basically. So here on the right corner here, beneath it, you're going to see this very beautiful headsman. And he's not decapitated. He's not, see, this man is a Fulani headsman. And he's with a stick, which is basically how you see them. And this cap, you see, every time you see them, they have this hat on their head, they have the rope and they tie it. And this cow is not a dragon. This is a cow. This is the cow, and he's basically like, cow belongs to the Fulani man, and that is basically one of his herds. Mostly in my hood, there is something, they always like to milk cows and they sell the milk, and they call it fura de nono. They use it to make fura de nono. And then over here, I have drawn these 3 caps. So this basically just represents culture. So in my hood, basically, because it's Borno State, Maiduguri is a northern state, of course, but then in my hood, we have diverse culture. There's a lot of different people there. In case if you want to relocate, or if you want to go to my hood, or if you want to visit, nobody's going to chase you away because we have all kinds of culture and we have all kinds of people living there. Thank you very much.
Good evening, Hood Reps. So, my name is Short Family and I'm from Ajegule. Here is a simple representation of what Ajegule is and what it's going to be as well. So, Ajegule simply means the base of wealth. You understand? So, I represented that wealth with the water surrounding Ajegule or some places in Ajegule, which is the Tinkan Island and the MPA port in Apapa. That is the blue water you're seeing. And this long mosque here is the biggest mosque you find as you enter Ajegule in boundary area of Ajegule. This is the mosque. I represented all these things you are seeing. There are just several buildings representing the diversity in Ajegule, the different cultures, the different communities in Ajegule. Like I said in some presentation in the course of my stay here, that Ajegule everywhere is in Ajegule and Ajegule is in everywhere. What that simply means that your community self is represented in Ajegule in their numbers. So that's why we live in peace and harmony. You see the communal life there in Ajegule. If you wake up, the bath person pikin, you would not forget, say not be your pikin. Because we may need that like that, you understand? So our greatest export in Ajegule is entertainment. There's no way I could represent that than a goalpost because I didn't want to cluster the whole of this place. So we are pioneers in music, in football, in all types of entertainment. Ajegule is leading and it will keep leading. So welcome to my hood, Ajegule. Short family say so.
Thank you very much.
Say no more. All forms of premium African movies, classics, comedy specials, originals, TV series, and more just got to your doorsteps. Catch those nostalgic moments of melancholy.
What did I ever do to you, Kemi? Tell me. So I can apologize to you, I can make amends, I can make this work.
The aggression.
Haven't I told you not to touch my phone again? What is going on?
Even in hot romance. Not excluding hilarious yet captivating comical moments that will keep you glued to your screen.
I will slap you.
Slap me now!
Download the Nevada Bridge TV app from your Google Play Store or your App Store to get all those movies and more. Golden opportunities are rare to find. Only smart ones take advantage of them, like they say.
Everything happens here first.
Act fast, act smart. Get Nevada Bridge TV app now.
Ìlú Ìlọrin kì í ṣe ìlú jàgílíjàgan, ìlú tó jìnnà síná tó tún máa lò jọ́nà, Ìlọrin ni. What that song simply means is that the land of Ìlọrin is not for war. It's so peaceful that it's close to the heaven than hell. The land of Ìlọrin is a peaceful land. Ìlọrin, as the name entails, Ìlọrin means iron grinder. Back then in 17th century, the Oba of Ife chose a particular man called Afonja, and he made him to be in charge of merchants that are used for war. So Ìlọrin was the place that they always keep those merchant beat cutlass, gun, and other things that they used to fight war. Ìlọrin, it consists of Yoruba, Hausa, and Fulani. Originally, Afonja is Yoruba man, but the Sultan of Sokoto came to Ìlọrin and they overthrown Ìlọrin. That is why Ìlọrin does not have Oba, but Emir, despite the fact that they speak Yoruba. In terms of religion, Ìlọrin is dominated with Muslim, which are the ones that believe in Islam, the Christian and the moralist. Why I refuse to use pagan or atheist is because hardly can you find somebody in Ìlọrin that does not believe in God. But there are some set of people in Ìlọrin that believe that if you do good, good will happen to you. If you do bad, bad will happen to you. In terms of education, majority of children in Ìlọrin, if they are not Christian, if they are Muslim, no matter the level of their IQ, they must go to Ile-Kewu, which is Islamic school, before they go to secondary school or university. Because if you just choose education over Islam in Ìlọrin, they believe that it's haram, which means you have not completed the obligation that Almighty Allah has created you for. Ìlọrin people always like to show their beauty in clothing. I think with these few points, I've been able to represent Ìlọrin well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The fair king.
So yeah, enter Ojodu was refurbished a couple of years back, and if you enter Ojodu, you see, before you enter Ojodu, you will see the foot statue. Which is my J here. The foot statue, there's no way you're entering Bega that you will not pass the foot statue. No way. And graffiti is everywhere. At the bus, you enter inside Ojodu, enter inside Oremeta, you will see graffiti various guys just come, spray what they want to spray, and that's basically what my art is, graffiti. Basketball is border in Ojodu. We play basketball. That's why I play basketball, and that's where guys go to play football. We represent tenacity. If you know something about me, I don't give up. No matter even if I go still do what I want to do. So yeah, that's what we are. That's why the U is representing the magnet. Because everybody in Ojodu is like that. Tenacity is always like that. Then this bus terminal is what I mentioned earlier. The one that was just recently done, where you have the BRT buses, the downfalls, and the kekes. Straight up, you can't miss it. You would see it right there. And then everything else you see around, just various streets, various places that anybody that is around Ojodu would know. Represents Ojodu completely. And that's it. Peace out.
Thank you very much, Dom David.
I chose to draw this or to paint this because it means a lot to us, the Edo people. What happened in 1897, that's the invasion of the British. Many of our artifacts, treasures, and bronzes were stolen. And why I said this means more to us now is they are returning it back to us, which means Benin is powerful, Edo is pride. And if you see here, this is bead. In my place, it's called Ivie, which is royalty. It means royalty to us. This symbolizes our culture. And in Africa, we have one of the richest culture, dress culture. So our beads represent us anywhere we go. And these two little thing I draw here, sorry for the painting. If you see it, it's big, it's not small. It's called Ada and Ebe. It's always found in the royal home, in the palace. It's our king that owns it, that uses it. Anywhere you see the king, you will see someone holding it. All this together, this is Benin Kingdom. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And Oba Atokbe is
I'm representing Akure. Akure is the capital of Ondo State. And you've got this big, bright yellow sun here because we are the sunshine of the nation. This is a book. And I've put this here because we are really educated people. And we've got more than 10 universities and polytechnics in my state, my Akure itself. And contrary to what you may think, this is a hill. And it is the major tourist attraction center in Akure. It's called Idonre Hill. And it's really beautiful. It's got artworks. It's got, basically you can find things about our culture in Idonre. It's not just a hill. It's got a place where you go to learn about our culture, our artwork. Now, this is a road. I've put this here because Akure is really clean. And for anyone who's visited Akure, you can testify that it's a very clean. You would not be driving or walking on the road and see dirt. No, it's really clean and it's got beautiful flowers. It's really well decorated and it's kept clean. And I've put this here because agriculture is one of our major occupations in Akure. And we grow cocoa, rubber, amongst others. We also have crude oil, so we've got industries. We also make that in Akure, and we've got refineries in Akure. That's all for my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I'm repping Lasamaja. Okay, so my artwork. Every morning, Andrew wakes up in the morning to hustle for the daily bread. He comes from a small town, probably struggles with light and vices around the society just to chase his dreams. And every morning, Andrew has to wake up early, and against the odds are always really low. Winning is actually low, and losing is pretty high. But against all of that, he still chases his dreams. Andrew keeps running. We've got cultism. People who don't believe in you. What the media says, you guys are terrible. You can't win from a small hood. You can't come from a good home without connection, without knowing people. You can't actually make it. But regardless, Andrew has people who believe in him, people who cheer him up, who support him, who love him. And if you're looking for symbolism, you pretty much will not find it, because Andrew doesn't come from a place with rich culture or, you know, a particular dress style or food. But Andrew comes from a place of people who believe in their dreams and who keep chasing it. And that symbol is Andrew. And Andrew is Preacher's Kid. And Preacher's Kid is winning.
Thank you very much.
And I'm repping Marian Hood in Calabar. Now, my artwork is actually my story, is me. I don't know if I should cross to this side so you understand it. When you're entering Calabar, the first thing you're going to see in Calabar is Calabar, Calabar. And if you've heard anything about Calabar, Calabar is a beautiful city. That's why they call it the Paradise City. You will have fun, good food. Our agriculture is on the top notch. We do rubber, we do palm fruit, everything you want. Now, most of you probably wondered what this was. This is our popular masquerade called Ekpe. And if you listened very well to my name is Jennifer Ekpenyong. Ekpenyong means lion of the sky. You see this woman here that is wearing one beautiful gown that looks like British gown. If you look at my outfit, you see this hip applied to it. If I wear my full regalia, you will see this same look outfit in my onyonyo. It's called onyonyo. It always has this hip attached to it because we were colonized by the British people. You understand? Portuguese people got us. They came and enjoyed our women. So me, as I'm like this, I have small Oyibo inside of me. So they said to us, Efred in Bakara, that is, Calabar people are the whites. Some of you would think this is cake. It's not cake. This is not cake. This is a roundabout in Calabar called 1111 roundabout. This maiden right here is actually me. Because I started dancing from the age of 4. I did the Ekombi dance. It gave me scholarship from my primary school to my university days. So I am a water dancer, and this is what you see represented here, a full-blown Calabar maiden. I hope with this little point of mine, I'm able to convince you that Calabar is a beautiful city, and I'm proud to be representing that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Queenie.
I'm working at Saba. So this is my beautiful artwork. And here we have Anioma. In my hood, they call us Anioma, or we are the Anyochas. All right, so this is called Aquacha. Sorry about this artwork. So this is called Aquacha. Anywhere you go to in the world, in fact, once you come to my hood and there is any kind of festival going on, any kind of any party at all, you will definitely see this attire, this Aquacha. So the men usually hang it here on their shoulder, while the ladies, probably you're getting married or doing any stuff, you must definitely see this Aquacha. So the reason why I use this color blue and white is because whenever you come to my hood, the first thing you're gonna see is the blue and white color all over the roundabout. Then the commercial buses and the keke na pepe, they are all made of blue and white. So, and another thing about this blue color symbolizes love. And this is white. White is purity. So whenever you come to my hood, you must definitely see this blue and white, this Aquacha. So there's this festival they call an Ezigbo festival. So if you come to this festival and you're putting on white, I'm sorry, you are not going back home the same way. And during this festival, they usually splash white chalks on your body. They take photo, splash it all over your body. So this is my hood, and this is the highest and the best way I think I can present this beautiful act of mine. Thank you.
Thank you very much for Kelly. I am repping Enugu. So I'm going to start from the origin of Enugu, how Enugu came to be. Enugu was once the capital of old Anambra. So Anambra and Enugu was once a state, like just one state, until during some certain period of time, they had to like split into their own states. The meaning of Enugu means Enugu, which means top of the mountain. So if you look here at the end of this perspective, the concept of my artwork is perspective. So when you look at the perspective, there are mountains and hills here. which means like Enugu, and that is where the name was formed. And the motto for Enugu is Coal City, as you may know it, and the street call it 042, which means Enugu is rich in coal. And of course, if you're rich in coal, coal is one of the raw materials you use to make roads. And of course, Enugu has good roads, which is represented here. For some of you that know about Enugu, you know that Enugu has the best Oba in Nigeria. And also, Enugu they're one of the best people that can also make your abacha. That is the African salad. So if you look at it here, you're going to see one of the 2 locally made dishes in Enugu. Thank you so much. My name is Ogidi, and this is my art.
Eyes up! Yeah! Ease up! Yeah!
And I'm repping Yenegua. This is my artwork. In my hood, we like fishing. Fishing is common because we are waterside boys. We like swimming and the rest. This artwork here was inspired by my granddad and my mom. My granddad was one of the greatest fishermen in my hood. So I just tried to picture what he was doing and my mom. Thank you.
Thank you very much, youngster. Area. That will be area shaking, yeah. A very quick one. Let me take you down to the oil city. They call us the oil city because we are very rich in crude oil. And this is the refinery. You know, we produce and refine petrol, and you know, it's very, very, very amazing. If you come to Warri, I'll take you to see the refinery if you've not seen one before. Okay, and normally when you come to my city, you see people dressed. We have 3 different tribes that make up Warri: the Shekiri, the Ijaws, and the Robo. And we all dress the same. Like you see, the hat is always there, and this feather is always there. You got the walking stick, but we they call them Okbo. So for area now, Okbo we they call this one. You understand? And if you come Warri, you never chow banga soup. You know if you do alright. You understand? And not be say just banga soup and starch. And this banga soup must stay inside what we call Ewere pot. Some people they call a native pot. You see this Ewere pot, they make food sweet ×2. And also you must chow this thing, not be with gari, not be with eba. You must chow this thing with starch. You understand? When you chow this thing with starch, we still get one they call Ogbo soup. So now yellow and yellow, you go chow and you go do right. You see Warri my wood, now the place where if you come, you don't feel carry last. Enjoyment, food, everything there. Man, guys, this is design, and I'm repping Warri area.
I hope you love the hard work she saw tonight.
Yes,
And we're going to call it a night. So hood reps, kindly leave your score sheets on your seats while you head back to the hood.
Show who you are, rep your area, do them proud. From the Zanga, you blow like banga. Show the world what you got. Naija hood rep. Reppin' my area, set legacy.